Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is the upcoming game from Warhorse Studios. It is the sequel to the legendary Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, and with just about a month away until the game officially releases, today we're going to talk about some recent news that is really exciting, especially if you plan on playing this game on day one. We have a lot to talk about, guys, so check the video chapters for easy viewing, and let's dive in. So yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is set to release officially on February 4th, 2025, which that date was actually moved from February 11th to February 4th, but let's just go ahead and talk about the big news. Okay, so as you guys know, we got the game coming out officially next month, but there's been a lot of chatter about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on social media, but this chatter is a little bit different. Obviously, you have your general marketing stuff, but this one is surely going to get you guys excited because it bodes well for the future of this game. And it has to do with the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 review codes. So according to the PR manager over at Warhorse Studios, they actually recently posted on socials, and it says this, and I quote, "We are sending out Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 review codes in the next few days. Yes, 4 weeks ahead of schedule," exploding head emojis. The PR manager then went on to say that from now on, everything will be in the lap of the review gods. Please be kind. Not gonna lie, I am nervous, but also excited. 6 years of work are leaving the nest. They then said that if you haven't been selected as a reviewer, please reach out. And then he said, in any case, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is almost here. Expect some final first impressions next week. It then closed out the statement by saying, Audentes fortuna uvat, or fortune favors the brave. So why am I talking about this? What does all this mean? Well, usually whenever a developer sends out review codes 4 weeks before the game is coming out, that typically means that the studio involved is very confident in the product that they are releasing. Now, obviously, there's been some game developers that have given codes really early and the game turns out not the greatest, but it's also been the flip side where the code gets in really late, but then the game turns out amazing, which that does happen, but typically whenever the review codes are extra early, it usually means the confidence is very, very strong. But there's actually another angle we have to consider, and that is how big of a game Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is actually going to be. Giving reviewers 4 weeks to play this game usually tells me that the game that they're about to play is going to be a substantial experience. So not only does this bode well in terms of the game's quality, but it also bodes well to the size and just overall scale of KCD2. And according to Warhorse Studios, they said that KCD2 usually takes about 80 to 100 hours to play, although I'm sure that's just scratching the surface. So giving reviewers 4 weeks to play about 100 hours sounds like a really good thing. It'll give all the reviewers plenty of time to really just digest the game instead of having to rush and just straight up blitz through the main quest line to get the game done by the time the review has to go live. So yeah, seeing all of this news about the review codes going out this early definitely sounds like a good thing. Hopefully it turns out in their favor, but only time will tell on what happens. Is it going to be a good thing for them? Is it going to be a bad thing for them? But one thing is for certain, fortune favors the brave, and they were pretty brave sending these codes out 4 weeks early. Like, it does show a lot of strong confidence within the team over at Warhorse. It seems like they've built something great, and from all of the marketing and social media content that we've had, everything that I've seen looks really solid. Again, it could all be just a facade, but I don't think that's the case. Again, February comes next month and we will find out soon. Now, Toby also said that first impressions will be coming next week as well, according to his Twitter. So yeah, if you guys are on the fence, just wait until next week. I'm sure that you will have your answer then. And just huge shout out to the team over at Warhorse. They definitely are communicating in the right way. It seems like they're doing everything right to make sure that this game is successful in terms of the communication on social media, in terms of the marketing. Heck, even the stuff that they're selling us, like in terms of the various editions, all seem really solid, but more about the editions in just a bit. So next up, recently on social media, we've been getting some data dumps from the team over at Warhorse about some details. So let's go ahead and just dive into all of the latest details. To which they had this to say: from sturdy chainmail to noble plate, protection comes in all shapes and styles. Choose wisely, your life may depend on it. They then posted an image of some of the different armor types. They said personal protection. They started off with the chainmail set, which is as follows. First, we have the tall kettle hat. They said bandits and guards alike agree, simple, sturdy, and fits most heads with questionable intent. We then have the mail hood, reinforced to keep your neck intact when someone gets a tad too familiar with their blade. We then have the warhammer, blunt enough to crush skulls, sharp enough to poke holes, versatility at its finest. And then we have the Hawkberg long, which is good against slashing, not so much against stabbing. And then we have the noble quilted trousers, walk proud on well-guarded legs. And then we have the Brigandine, we have the Saxon bassinet, limit damage and your vision. We have the crossbow, its folded arms lend such power that even with a tool called a goat's leg, drawing it in haste might cost you. And then we have the Milanese, Brigandine, and Gambitson. It's at Italian craftsmanship at its finest, balancing protection and mobility. And then we have the Brigandine gauntlets. perfectly suited for protection unless you're keen on scratching an itch. And then we have the noble Brigidine legs. And then they said freedom to move and freedom from harm. And finally, we have the plate armor set. We have the noble's bassinet, use your head, protected well. We have the Kassenbrust from front to back protection and exquisite craftsmanship. We have the plate coaters, ever taken a mace to the elbow, hurts like hell. We have the Nuremberg plate gauntlets. Remove these before scratching anything delicate. And then for the noble plate legs, they said no more arrows to the knee, which is a reference to Skyrim. I used to be an adventurer like you, then I took an arrow in the knee. So yes, Warhorse are ball knowers. They know the genre that they're involved in, and they just get it. So next up, they recently posted this video on their social media accounts, which they said Henry's wardrobe fit for a night or whatever occasion demands. And as you guys can see right here on the screen, there is a wide variety of clothes and just straight up wardrobe items that our character Henry has access to. And of course, major props to the art team over at Warhorse. It looks all awesome. I can't wait to just try on different things and just get kind of wild with it, because like if you see some of the stuff from the video, like some of these look pretty interesting. Next up, we have to talk about this social media post right here, which is a wallpaper showcasing Henry, and boy oh boy does it look just incredible. It was immediately my desktop wallpaper. But I'd like to reference something that they posted in the replies for their post, and they said this: in KCDII, you could shape Henry's look, skill, and character to your preference, from an honest knight helping the folk in need to a ruthless warrior in blood-soaked armor, which they then gave us another close-up image of Henry from this illustration, and they absolutely cooked. Everything about this looks amazing. And I'll bring it back to what I said earlier in the video, and I honestly think that these guys are so confident that they know they have a banger. Sure, it's probably a bit nerve-wracking, which that's what Toby said. It was really nerve-wracking that the review codes were out, but then like just the confidence in releasing it 4 weeks early and showing off all of the details we have so far about the game. Like I've got that funny feeling, you know, I've got that little tingling feeling in my heart and in my stomach. It's like, dude, could this be the next big thing? Like, dude, I had these butterflies with The Witcher 3, which, let's be honest, I knew that game was going to be good, but I've got those similar feelings with KCD2, so hopefully this is the best sequel in existence. I would say my fingers are crossed, but I think it's more fitting to say Jesus Christ be praised. Okay, next up, obviously, as you guys know, there's multiple different editions for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but I've seen a lot of discussions on what edition should I get. Well, first and foremost, let's go ahead and dive into the details between the few editions. For starters, we have the standard edition, which comes with the base game, and it also comes with the Lion's Crest bonus quest. For the gold edition, it also has the base game, obviously, and the Lion's Crest, but it also comes with the gold edition digital bonus, the Gallant Huntsman's kit, and the expansion pass. And then for the collector's edition, it comes with the expansion pass and all the other stuff, as well as the Henry and Pebble statue, which is 12 inches or 30 centimeters. And then we have the Coats of Valor enamel pin set. We have the Ally of Kuttenberg exclusive cloth map. There is the King's Rebels collectible cards, and then the Letter of Hope. So the pricing differences between the three different tiers: first we have the $60 one, which is the standard edition, and then there's the gold edition, which is $79 or 80 bucks, and then there's the $199 version, which is the collector's edition, and that one is kind of a toss-up. Like if you're able to get it, then great. That one is likely going to be region specific. We're not really sure about the quantity or anything like that, but on my GameStop it definitely says I can pre-order it. Whether or not that's true or not, who knows. The collector's edition does look really sick. I might actually end up pre-ordering it depending on availability. Now, from all of the different versions, there is a pre-purchase offer, which is the pre-order bonus, and that's the Lion's Crest bonus quest, which we mentioned earlier. So if you want that quest, you will have to pre-order the game. So that bonus quest, they said, experience a unique quest line that once completed will reward you with a legendary armor and weapon set of the famous Knight Brunswick. So if you are fully confident that the game will be really solid, then definitely pre-order either the standard or the gold edition. It's pretty rare that a game is 100 hours long and it's only costing $60 for that standard edition. So if you'd like to support them a bit more, then maybe pick up the gold one. But yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap it up with this video. Let me know what your thoughts. Do you guys think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 will be a success at launch? Is there any concerns you have? Let me know down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe with your notifications turned on, and until next time, this has been Wes, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.